Hey YouTube, this is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football. We've got Week 16 running back start and sit video for you guys. Hopefully, again, you guys are watching these because you guys have moved on to the next level of the playoffs for fantasy football. And hopefully this video is going to help you guys kind of figure out who you should be starting, who you should be sitting, maybe some sleepers that would help you kind of advance to the next step, which would be the championship. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys check out my quarterback start and sit video. And then, of course, any other start and sit videos that we have. Obviously, the tight end and wide receiver as well to help get you guys ready for the lineup. Hope you guys have a great Christmas week. We're super excited for that. Obviously, hope you guys are spending time with friends and family. And, of course, enjoying some good football. We've got 2 games on Christmas, so that's exciting after you get to spend some time with the family. So these are going to be your obvious starts. These are the 5 running backs that I believe you should absolutely start no matter what. Again, matchup, no, it just doesn't matter, all right? Now, obviously, COVID is still affecting a lot of teams, so make sure you guys are staying tuned to anything that we update, whether it be us, obviously anybody else you follow. Just stay tuned to all that because anything can change when it comes to this. COVID will absolutely destroy your fantasy team and like that. So just make sure you guys are paying attention to that. Now, here are my starters that I recommend going into this week. Now, the first guy I have is going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire going against the Steelers, who are giving up a lot of yards. They're giving up the worst rushing yards the past 5 games, which is 157 yards. They're also allowing 36.4 points, which is the league worst. So they are just allowing running backs to just run all over them to score. And I actually like Clyde Edwards a lot. I know that people are kind of sitting back and like, I'm not really sure how I feel about it because Kansas City's offense realistically hasn't done well. But again, if you looked, COVID right now is affecting them. They've got Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. Their weapons are starting to disappear. Now, hopefully these guys can come back after they test negative, due to the protocols. But right now, they're under the COVID protocol, and they're not playing as of right now. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get a lot of work to him. I think even Darrell Williams is going to get some work. I wouldn't necessarily call him a good starter, but he is somebody who's probably going to get some shine in this one. Another guy I have as a good start is going to be Justin Jackson. Now, again, this is based off of COVID. Right now, Austin Ekeler, not only was he dealing with injuries, which allowed Justin Jackson to have 86 yards last game, but Ekeler's under COVID protocol right now. So right now with this, there's a good chance that Ekeler does not play, which gives Justin Jackson the best opportunity. And they're going against the Texans. The Texans are allowing 135 yards, which is 31st in the NFL. They're also allowing 28.7 points, which is 28th in the NFL. So this is a really good matchup. Again, just make sure you pay attention because if Ekeler is out, Justin Jackson automatically becomes a really high-end RB2, possibly a low RB1, all right? So make sure you pay attention. Another running back you should be starting, and I know I kind of want to put him in the obvious, but I have James Robinson because you should be starting him. A lot showed this past weekend with Urban Meyer gone that they are truly going to use James Robinson, and they're going against the Jets, who are allowing 123 yards, which is 30th in the NFL. They're also allowing 28.9 points, which is also 30th in the NFL. So the matchup is really good. I see this game as one of those that it's going to be pretty tight. I think it's going to be pretty close, which is going to give the game script towards James Robinson and, of course, some goal line work. So I like him a lot. Now, as far as some sits go, I've got some pretty big names in here. I have Joe Mixon as a good sit against the Ravens. Look, the Ravens are only allowing 63 yards, which is 2nd in the NFL. They're also only allowing 14.3 points, which is 3rd in the NFL. So, and Mixon struggled last week. I don't trust him. He didn't do great against the last outing against the Baltimore Ravens a couple weeks ago. And I kind of feel the same way again. I just don't think this is a good matchup for him. I think it's going to be kind of those games. It's going to be a shootout. And there's a good chance Huntley's going to play again with Lamar Jackson's injury, so we'll keep an eye on that. But I still wouldn't trust Joe Mixon. Another running back who I have Jeff Wilson. He's going against the Titans, who are only allowing 44 yards, which is 1st in the NFL. They're also only allowing 13.4 points, which is 2nd in the NFL. Now, Jeff Wilson, here's the good thing about the 49ers. They run the ball a lot. Now, they also use Deebo Samuel, so that might take some of those shares away from Jeff Wilson. But if worst case scenario, you might want to flex him out, even though I hate flexing players on Thursday night games. But Jeff Wilson's one I'm not 100% comfortable with just because unless he gets goal line work, I'm not trusting him. And the last running back I don't trust this week as a good play is going to be Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's going against the Packers. Packers defense is really good. They're only allowing 66 yards, which is 4th in the NFL. They're also only allowing 16.4 points, which is 5th in the NFL. So the matchup is a struggle. There's still a lot of COVID situation going on with Cleveland. Even if Baker Mayfield comes back, it's a short week for all of Cleveland since they played on Monday. That's going to be tough. Baker Mayfield's going to be coming back, not so fresh. Packers defense really good. And it's going to be one of those games where I think the Packers are going to be ahead. Nick Chubb's probably going to get game scripted out, and it kind of worries me a little bit. So I don't trust him this week. Now, as far as some sleepers go, I have Javonte Williams as a good sleeper going against the Raiders, who are allowing 96 yards, which is 21st in the NFL. They're also allowing 32.8 points, which is 31st in the NFL. I think both Javonte and obviously Melvin Gordon can both feed and make some points happen for you. That's kind of how they've been all season. But I do like Javonte Williams just a little bit more because I think, again, depending on how Bridgewater comes back, Javonte Williams always has the PPR side of things that a little bit more of an advantage over Melvin. Another guy I have as a good running back sleeper is going to be Damian Harris. Last time they played the Patriots, they played the Bills. They just ran all over them. Now, Bills obviously are going to absolutely do everything they can in this game plan to make sure that doesn't happen again. And it's in Buffalo, so that changes things a little bit. But I do like Damian Harris as somebody you might want to put in there. The Bills are allowing 118 yards, which is 28th in the NFL. They're also allowing 28.4 points, which is 27th in the NFL. So a really good matchup. And again, somebody, if he's coming back healthy, I know he's been dealing with illness and injuries, but I like Damian Harris a lot. Now, the last guy I have as a good sleeper is Najee Harris. And normally I put him in the obvious spot, but that Steelers offense is struggling big time. And with that said, Najee Harris has been struggling big time. For whatever reason, they're not passing him the ball like they were earlier in the season. They're not rushing really well because that offensive line is absolutely terrible. But they are going against the Chiefs, who are allowing 92 yards, which is 15th in the NFL. They're also allowing 24.3 points, which is 25th in the NFL. So as far as the matchup goes, this is a good opportunity for him to come back. And I'm hoping that the Steelers actually use him properly and start using him as a good, solid PPR back that he can be and has proven to be. But we'll see how things go, but I like him as a good sleeper. So those are my Week 16 start, sits, and sleepers for the running back position. Again, hopefully this video has helped you guys out and kind of narrow down who you should be starting and sitting. If you guys do have questions, of course, hit us up in the comments down below, or you can always hit us up on Twitter or Instagram. You can always DM us there. The links are in the description down below, so of course you can always follow us there. If you guys did enjoy the content and it was helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you guys are notified every time we drop a video just like this. And of course, feel free to hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated if you guys did truly enjoy the content. Again, we thank you guys a lot for obviously following us all season to help you guys for this season. If you guys, again, have not checked it out, make sure you hit the quarterback video as well. That way you guys prepare for that, and I'll catch you guys next time.